All right, we are back at the house. What I want to do with this video today is I've been getting a lot of requests about my current diet. So what this diet looks like, coming out of that Arnold prep. You can call this a rebound phase. Reverse dieting is a term. But in regards to that, you just need to set up something that you can come out of a show, coming out of a 14, 12 to 16 week diet. You need to set yourself up for success leading, into the future after the show. So a lot of people like to set it up with like what they call as a reverse diet. It's like gradually increasing, calories back into your diet because you don't want to go too fast. You can't just, eat whatever you want post-show because a lot of that will just, turn into water, turn into inflammation. So you want to set yourself up best to continue to improve as a bodybuilder, to put on new muscle. I remember, the most increases I've ever had, the best muscle building times I've had in my career have been in rebounding phases. So like, especially after that first show where, your body just went through a diet for the very first time. So it just your body is asking to be fed again. So I'm in that phase right now. The body is actually hungry. It wants to be fed. You were just depleting it for months. So the rebounding phase, the reverse dieting phase is very, very important for your future. So it's important to take it very serious. It's important to, set it up correctly. And you can do that by tracking, working with a coach. So don't just, what I advise, especially with my clients as well, is I'm going to give you a free meal that night after, that night of the show. Maybe that Sunday, that Saturday or Sunday after, you eat whatever you want. Maybe even that Monday. I usually just do about 2 days in a row and then get back on the plan. Because like I said, it's important to stay, sensitive, especially sensitive to carbs. You want to stay sensitive to food as long as you can, because that's where growth happens, is when you fully soak in that food. After, from your workouts, you train. There's very good training time because your body weight's lower. You can train very, very hard still, but then you are very responsive to food. So take advantage of that. Don't just throw 10,000 calories in there right away and, screw it all up. So I'm going to be a very different kind of example here because of how much food I have to eat. So you'll see these totals are pretty high, but it's all relative. So this is relative to what I was eating on prep. I don't think my calories went under 4,000 calories. Maybe 3,800 was the lowest I got. Probably 4,000 during the prep, just because I have a very, very fast metabolism. And obviously I carry more muscle than the average person, so I have to feed that muscle. But I'm just someone that has to eat a lot of food. We've learned that. Matt even says that I probably eat the most food he's ever seen in any of his competitors ever. So you might think that's cool, but sometimes I think it's a curse. Just because there's so much that goes into it, especially with the carb up process for a show. You have to eat so much that, if something goes wrong, you don't know where it went wrong because you were eating so much food. So I just have to deal with it. And so, like I said, it's going to be very relative. But I'm going to show you guys what I have to do. And then, you can set up your own, rebound phase, whatever you want to call it, in your future after your shows as well. So here we are. What this is how I came up with this diet right here. Is I told Matt after the show, I go, you know what, I'm kind of sick of food, from the off season. I want to just build my own diet here moving forward for a few weeks. I want to build something that I think I'll be able to get down cleanly. That I'm not going to struggle. It's not going to hurt my appetite. So let me choose the diet. And then give me 2 weeks, and then I'll send it to you. So that was my last check-in. I posted on Instagram some pics. I'm up about 10 to 12 pounds since the Arnold, and it's from this diet right here. And I said, let me test it out, see how digestion is, see if I'm able to get everything down very cleanly, and then we'll kind of, build from there, because we're going to have to go up. Because I'm actually, and I'll talk about that at the end, I've stalled out now, and so now we need to go up from this. But I want to be, if I'm going to have to keep continuing to increase calories, I want it to be a setup that I really like. So I really like this diet, and I'll explain why in a second. The main reason is, how I set this up is I kind of fat load, the first meal and the last 2 meals. So I start out my day with my famous shake. I'm just going to keep this shake in here right now. So what that shake is 13 ounces of egg whites, 2 whole eggs, 40 grams of almond butter, 70 grams of blueberries, 180 grams of quick oats, and I put a little chocolate syrup on there and blend it all up in my Ninja. So this is, like I said, if you watch it, you can look back on some of my old YouTube videos. The shakes in there. This is just a very easy to get down, very high calorie shake. But I love it doing it in the morning because I'm not very hungry when I wake up. So I like to do a shake. You know, I still do a little bit of cardio, 15, 20 minutes. And then I get that shake in. And then it gets down, the digestion is very good there. So I really like the shake in the morning. I could probably add that calories up I got over there. I can tell you how much that is, but it's a lot. So meal 2, 3, and 4, there's gonna be no fats in there. Why I wanted to do this is because that's when I'm at the gym, I'm working, I'm training. I want to keep digestion very quick around that time because, like I said, you know, with the workout, I wanted to experiment with this. So this is what I'm doing right now: is no carbs, you know, no fats during that middle part of the day. So digestion is very clean, it's very clear, and I can use those directly right in the workout. So what meal 2 will be, and I'll have this about 11 o'clock. So I usually go 8:30, 11. I'll do 3 scoops of whey isolate, and I'll do 120 grams of rice and grinds. So this is probably the easiest meal of the day for me. That's not much for me. It's just a little bit of a shake. Some rice and grinds, which I am used to eating a lot of. So that one's very easy for me. About 45 minutes after that, for pre-workout, I'll do 2 Rice Krispie treats. This is just a trick, you know, learned from other bodybuilders before me. It's just immediate carb source right before the workout, and I like Rice Krispie treats, so it works very well to get some extra carbs in right before the workout. During the workout, I'll do another 50 grams of carbs from Gatorade powder. So I just get the Gatorade powder from, you know, you can order it on Amazon, get it from whatever Costco, and I'll just do 1 scoop. It's 1 big scoop, it's 50 grams of carbs, and I'll drink that with glutamine and creatine during my workout. So that's my carb source there. Immediately post-workout, I will do another 75 grams of whey isolate. I'll do 12 ounces of naked juice. So what we'll do there is, you know, again, so it's just protein and carbs there. Honestly, right now, this is probably more, I'll probably take away 1 of the isolate drinks here soon. After that, a little bit later in the afternoon, I will do 9 ounces of chicken, 2 English muffins, and just some strawberry jam on that. So this is when I'm usually busiest, like mid to late afternoon. So I just wanted something quick I can get in. So just get some chicken, some English muffins in, and then we'll, you know, pretty much load the rest of the night from there. Meal 5 is when I get back home. I'll do 10 ounces of chicken. 1 of those BBGO rice cups that I've showed you from Costco. It's about 70 grams of carbs in there. 1 banana, 40 grams of almond butter in there. I add cinnamon, sea salt, and honey. So you guys honestly probably saw this on Nick Walker's. This is a Matt Jansen special. He kind of taught both of us this. This is one of the best meals I've ever had. I'm not gonna lie. I just started doing this. You know, we talked about it at the show, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna add that into my meal plan. I hope you're fine with that. But it is very good. It might not sound good, but try it. So it's, you know, that chicken rice combo with banana on top of it, a little bit of honey and sea salt, and a whole bunch of almond butter. So it's very, very tasty. I'm not taking credit for it, so you can call that the Matt Jansen special. Try it and let me know in the comments what you think. I'll do a lot. Like I said, the fats are more towards the end of the day. So this is probably the fatty, you know, the most fats, but this is kind of just filling up the macros there. I do 3 eggs, 5 ounces of beef. I do 3 packets of oatmeal, you know, just those Quaker oatmeal packets, very good. 150 grams of light and fit Greek yogurt, so I use the Greek yogurt with the oatmeal. 30 grams, sorry, that's 40 now. I meant to be 40. 40 grams of almond butter. And by the way, this isn't my handwriting. I'd have the wife do it. This is way too beautiful for me. So if you're thinking I wrote this, you're screwed up right now because you wouldn't read my chicken scratch. So thanks for the wife for that. So 40 grams of almond butter, and then finish with 12 ounces of orange juice. So like I said, that's a pretty big meal, but it's right before bed, so that kind of keeps me over for the whole night. I am not scared to eat a lot of food before bed. I know people, you know, people have always said, you know, don't you do as many carbs before bed. That doesn't work for me, or else I'll just keep losing weight overnight. So I usually eat a very big meal before bed, and then by the time I wake up, stomach is completely flat, completely absorbed. And that's just one thing that you have to deal with when you have a very high metabolism. So with that said,
what were your total numbers?
I got the numbers here. So what that equaled out to, I just added this all up. You know, thank you to Google. But protein was at 498 grams of 498 grams. Carbs was 750 grams. Fats were 162 grams, which gave us a grand total of 6,398 calories. So I'm currently eating 6,398 calories. and I plateaued. So I've been waking up at 259, 260 for the last 7 days. And with that check-in and mat, we have to add 40 grams of carbs to meal 2. So I'm gonna have to find something. I'll probably add blueberries here or add more rice and grinds. He wants me to add a banana to the post-workout. So I'm gonna put a banana with this, just with that shake. So that'll be easy. I actually would be easy with that post-workout shake. And then he wants me to put English muffins with meal 4. So I'll do 3 English muffins here and then add another English muffin to meal 5, which is the chicken, rice, and banana and almond butter meal. So I'm not sure I'm looking forward to that, but I'm gonna get it done. Like I said, the good thing is I'm getting this down very easy and digestion is very, very good. Even better than it was on prep, which is that can go into kind of the PEDs and orals kind of things. Those mess with digestion a little bit. So now that, we're going through a health phase, everything's cleaned out. I feel really good, but it's crazy is that I'm, almost digesting food even better and metabolism is even higher. So I don't know where this is going to lead into the off season, but hopefully metabolism will slow down a little bit. And I think it will as we continue to, I'm adding a cheat meal in probably every 3 days, 2-3 days. So that'll help slow it down a little bit just so we can not have to go up to 8,000 calories just to get back up to 280. So this is a good example of someone that has to really have to fight with the food to push up. But so like I said, I'll bring a video of you kind of showing some of these meals. Those will be coming next. And then, if you have any questions on them, and if you have any tricks or trades for me, make sure you comment below. Let me know what your totals are. I want to compare. Let's see where everybody's calories are. So comment below. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's keep this thing going. Like I said, I'm bringing you 2 videos a week coming up. So we're getting it started. We're going to do a big quad session here tomorrow or Friday. And that's going to be really good. So more training to come. I got some big news planned for next week. And I'm going to be bringing that to you. Like I said, I promise I'll be telling you guys everything here soon. And that will be next week. Some big news. We're finalizing some things with, deals, contracts, everything. And I'm really excited to tell you guys the next step in this journey and what it's going to involve. So thank you for staying with me here. Let's keep doing this. Let's keep growing together. Let's keep getting better together. And I'll see you next time.